Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
So you guys have toasted the snail.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do?
That's what's for dinner.
We start dragging it up the stairs.
Okay, give me an athletics roll. As you reach over and you grab two of those appendages, because those mace-like knobs are really good handles.
That's what she said.
So what'd you get there?
16.
Okay, so you are hauling this big-ass slimy snail. Its shell is scraping against the tile, and you're just seeing all kinds of gunk come up with the snail. You realize this water is super scuzzy.
Cat.
He got his way, though.
Yes, he did.
The food came directly to him without moving.
Who's the master? Master Blaster.
Embargo
Okay, so you pull its corpse up on shore.
I just kind of push it to the side now out of the water. Is that possible? Or
Kind of like wedge it, so it's
Yeah.
only taking up 5 feet of the walkway, not the whole 10 feet.
yeah, we'll
Okay.
expect it later. Because I think that there's a threat coming still.
And the
Yeah.
water is like so gloomy.
Yeah.
Your cleric's light is hitting. You're seeing just like rainbows of light bouncing off between the lighting up of the shell and the fact that he's, your paladin's been running through the water, the snail smashed into the water. This water is just swooshing like the busiest kiddie pool ever.
And I
Actually,
look
this
over
would
at
make a
him
pretty
and
good
I
indoor swimming pool later.
let the water calm down for a minute.
I'll step up out of the water.
Okay.
So I can dry out a little bit.
As you just see this like black water seep out of your armor, and you realize, oh, I might not be a finicky, clean paladin, but oh, that's gonna smell bad tomorrow.
I'll blame it on the bugbear.
Okay, so you guys, you're hearing this quiet murmur of frog calls. There's like 3 or 4 of them. It's really low, but it's resonating. So they're probably doing it under the water. When they get the under the water croaking.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, somebody want to give me a perception roll?
Yeah. I'm still keeping an eye out for them.
She probably has a good perception too.
Did you're wise.
17.
17.
Beat a 17.
By the power of sacred flame.
Right?
I'm gonna try. 17.
Hey! Tygo's the defender. You won. So immediately you guys are looking out and you're just doing that like 30-second pause of silence where everyone holds their breath. Except for that little jingling sound. I don't know where that's coming from. It's mysterious. It's happening inside the snail shell. There must be something banging around inside
Right.
there.
There's a cat. You know it.
As both of you guys are looking across the way and you realize there are, it's almost like the Day of the Giants, man. So you guys are looking across the way. And when you look, I grabbed dice at GM all I need. You see, after a few minutes of watching, 3 sets of eyes and immediately catching your attention, especially with the torchlight being held up. And these look to, like I said earlier, either giant frogs, because they're medium sized, or possibly crocodiles. Could be either way.
Either way, we can eat them.
If they're crocodiles, that would suck that they got in here somehow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because there's a mysterious banging sound in the far end. So what do you guys do?
I've got a contingency if things really go bad because I got my ring of animal influence and I can cast fear upon beasts. So if they get too ornery, but I'm gonna wait. It's only got 30-foot cone range on there.
Somebody throw him about 40 feet out.
We need to get the pump out.
Were we going to try to skip him?
It's still on the table.
It's still an option.
I think it's a really good plan. We should try it.
Be Mike.
You're the one that's... I'm not very
So who's going to go across first? And how fast do you travel? Remember, it's difficult terrain walking through this muck. So you only want to safely go about 3 squares. Anything more than that, you might be in trouble. You might be okay.
Can I make a rope bridge type of deal? Like, not an actual bridge, but like something where I could just like...
You could tie rope to one of the medium-sized creatures. Just a panic handle.
A panic handle.
Because the water is 3 foot deep.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Short.
I'm 4'1".
I think I picked something on the shorter side.
Yeah, I found the
Sounds like something I would do.
goblin height chart to go from a roll to
Could be going through the water like this. Just up to your nose.
You are really going to stink tomorrow.
Yeah, so...
Tomorrow.
He's a
already
goblin
stinks.
who raised by wolves, so...
Yeah, right. But we're used to that stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys want, you got large companions you can climb on top. You just need a 10 or better on an athletics roll. Hang out with your good friends.
I could
Blaster
miss
Master
you stuff,
again.
so
What's
I
that?
mean,
I could miss you stuff.
you probably don't want them to hold you. You can climb onto them. Hold onto the pack. Pull a Yoda.
We're gonna have to fight him if
Yeah.
we walk across. You know that.
Yeah.
And it'll be... I can't fight them if I'm underwater, so I should sit on your shoulders and shoot them.
She is Master Blaster.
There's 2 of you and 2 of them.
I like the way you put
My shoulders have a tendency to get in the way when my casting. Stop it.
As the paladin reaches back for a shield and pulls the goblin out by accident. Roll with it. So who's gonna go first?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna make these guys have to roll swim checks to get across this
Oh,
room?
God.
I have
My strength-
pitons. I could climb and tie off ropes. Come on. Be good.
3 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, who's carrying me?
So
The goblins are just down there like...
whose shoulder are you jumping on?
Yeah.
Give me an athletics roll to hold on. That's all we need, as long as they don't do anything stupid. Like run across
Once
the
we
room.
engage, I'm throwing you on it.
I figure I'll try to jump on the paladin's back.
Okay. So you got a monkey on your back. Give me an athletics.
Ooh, a natural 20.
Natural 20. All of a sudden, you look at the water, you look at the ranger, and then the ranger's like clung to your back like a spider monkey. Like that perfect 4-year-old spider monkey attachment that you're like, I don't even feel the weight. It's like part of my torso. And who are you jumping on? That was good too. You're jumping on the bugbear?
I am.
All right. So I
Hey,
need to
as
make
long
an
as nobody got
athletics
below
roll.
a 10 and they're not, choking. So you don't have to roll anything.
Just moving at half speed.
Yeah, are you going to go at half speed?
Yeah.
Leisurely and stuff? Nobody's going to dash or do anything really aggressive?
Ridiculous.
Stupid.
And crazy water.
So,
Minus your stand friend.
yeah. I already warned you. When you engage, I'm throwing you on it.
I take out daggers.
Okay, so you guys are sloughing through this. You're feeling cold, nastiness seep in. You're getting this weird itchy sensation. Like, God, I hope I don't catch something in here.
Trying to keep an eye on the frogs while we're doing this. Right?
You guys are looking at, you got the torchlight going on, and the eyes are just looking at you. They don't seem to be moving. In fact, they seem to like sink a little and get that second eyelid that pops up. So it shines they shine a little bit less.
You gonna talk to him?
I mean, it's a charge on my ring, but fear is also a charge on the ring. And I'd rather pop that, because that would be my second of 3 charges.
Okay, you guys are like 2/3 of the way through there. So who's going to be the first one to come for the doorstep here?
Me.
Okay, you with Giggle Snort in your back? Okay, so as soon as you come right here, and you look at Giggle Snort, and you're tempted to throw her at the doorway to pick the lock while you're sledging.
Do you have gas? What are those explosions on the back?
Give me a dex save. At disadvantage since you're carrying Giggle Snort.
Oh, she's not that big.
Hey, I would have accepted that.
Oh.
What'd you get?
I got a 1, but a total of a 3.
So much better.
Great. Wow, it's lucky either way. As soon as you get into this square and you start to take your next step down, as you guys are going cautiously and slowly, all of a sudden you know there's nothing worse when you're walking,
and then it falls off.
and there's nothing there. But you're in a good rhythm and pace, and you're getting really hungry for those stairs that you saw, and you just kind of like step, and literally there's nothing there. There's a total drop off.
Can I throw her and Misty step to the stairs?
If you had better than a 3, maybe. If you didn't have a natural 1 on the disadvantage, no. As immediately you look, you kind of like look at her, she's falling over your shoulder.
We're
You
going
guys get this
down!
look as both of you see each other clearly as the water passes and smashes into the side of both your faces. And with your mouths open, it's gonna be bad. Worse for Giggle Snort, who lands right there.
It's gonna end up in a frog mouth.
Who was fine on your back, because the frogs weren't gonna fuck with anything medium sized with fire and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You just dropped something small adjacent to one of the frogs.
I have 2 daggers out. Let's do this.
Except you were holding on to him.
No, I was just sitting on his shoulders.
And that explains the disadvantage then. As you splash and you're in the water, and you're sinking like a rock, you're realizing the water here is like 10 feet deep. As all of a sudden you're whooshing down, and you see this hint of, in the gray black water, like lumps about this big. So you feel something round like rub up against your cheek as you hit the very bottom of this area. As because to you it's like this, to all the rest of them it's like, but since you're half size, it's like this. It's like softball size bumps, like a whole bunch of sticky bumps stuck to the bottom all together, and this blindingly black goo.
I stabbed them.
Okay, so everybody roll initiative. Y'all saw him go head over heels. The
That's
goblin
what she did.
disappeared in the water.
Oh my
The
God.
bugbear is underwater.
That's awful. I have a -2 initiative. Just put me last, because I'm last.
Okay, so
Something like, hey, there's a...
and water just sprays against the wall and the stairs. And by the way, when this all happens, you all kind of notice,
Timber.
especially with your torch up, the water coming in here looks pretty clean, except for the little bit of mold that's been growing up from the cesspool. So,
Find the plug and pull it in the bottom of the room.
I think you're closer to it.
Yeah.
so what's our cleric got? 1. Okay. What's a paladin got?
21.
What's our wizard
12.
got? 12. Soggy 12.
16.
Soggy 16. And a ranger
21.
21. You chose wisely on who's back to climb.
Yeah.
Or you may want him pulled down if he wins.
Yeah.
Grab onto the goblin as a flotation device.
The goblin may not inflate.
So I know the answer to this, I'm sure. Which one's got the best
I got a
dex?
+4. Yeah.
Okay. I was pretty sure I knew the answer to that.
Yeah.
The plotting ranger.
Always thinking ahead. So, Ranger, you saw a goblin. She sunk. She disappeared. If it was 3 feet deep, she should not have disappeared.
No.
You
Yeah,
should
I
have
think
seen like
this-
her
this-
feet or
this
her mouse
is-
come up.
yeah. This.
As your mouse is going surface.
Yeah. No.
It's
I'm
smaller still.
I will gut that thing.
and I
And the frogs are bursting to action. With
Yeah.
this.
No.
The main thing you noticed when the bugbear fell, they did not seem interested. They were being very cowardly. Then when the small goblin thing is flaying about with her daggers in the air, all of a sudden they all three locked on the little green thing flying through the air.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the
size of their mouth.
I'm going to invoke the fear beast on for my ring.
Okay, so what does that do?
It's a 30-foot cone, a 13 DC wisdom against.
Okay.
And on any, in this case, like any beast with an intelligence of 3 or less.
Okay, 3 or less. I have to check to see if I don't know their intel. It's the dumb stat I didn't check.
These are very smart.
Yeah. Intel of 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your spell DC?
In this for this it's a 13.
13?
Wisdom.
Okay. Oh, for wisdom. Now I have to look that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Straight rolls. I'm good.
Water? No?
I mean, if you have diet.
So one of them made it.
Yeah.
By the way, Giggle Snort, roll me a d20.
No.
Your tiny beast in your pocket's being feared.
No! No way! He can aim that away
No,
from
unfortunately
me.
I can't.
No?
He's aiming the cone directly to save you from the guy who made his save, by the way. So what does this spell do to her mouse? So it's not me killing her mouse, it's you killing
Well,
her
no,
mouse.
it's not damage. It's not damage.
As now the mouse is running away from her.
It's
Swimming away.
It's the phantasmal image of their worst fears. They become must succeed wisdom saving
So
throw.
a giant mouse.
Drop
rat.
whatever is holding and become frightened for the duration. While frightened, the creature must take a dash action to move away from you the safest route possible, or unless there's nowhere to move.
Stairs.
Yeah. If it ends with out of line of sight, it can then try to make another saving throw.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna slam.
But
Yep, so in their action it's run away, just like Turn Dead.
Yep.
It's Get you.
Yvonne drank the last Diet Coke.
Oh no.
How dare she drink her own drinks?
Yesterday,
How dare you do that not
I
recently?
do have Diet Ginger Ale.
So immediately you take your ring and go, Fear!
yeah.
On your back. Onward, my battle steed!
Actually, I'm going to because it's still probably 3 feet here. Yeah, I'm going to try to get off his shoulders safely, so he's not impeded.
So you climb off, and immediately there's sploosh, and all of you is wet.
Yeah,
As water's pouring in your armor.
Yeah.
And
It's
it
leather.
smells very bad.
Ugh.
After
it's not going to be good for the paladin for me to be hanging on
Hey,
Master
that's a
Blaster style.
That's a good teammate there. Okay, so now that you, especially since you almost sensed that your ally was next, Paladin, what are you gonna do? These frogs look absolutely terrified. Their weird little frog eyes are huge, and they seem to be looking this direction to flee away from danger.
2 of the 3, unfortunately.
2 of the 3.
Is the ability.
Let's see if maybe it's this magical chamber causing spells to reflect back on the users. Good throw it out there.
So
You said there was one that didn't look terrified?
The one right next to where the goblin disappeared under the water. It looks like it's about to go. Who wants to fight the goblin underwater? Yeah.
So, I'm going to channel for the Conquering Presence.
What does that do?
Needs to make a wisdom save.
So, are you going to get closer to it? Because it's behind this pillar.
Okay, I will move closer.
Where are you going to move? Here?
Not behind the pillar.
Further. So I can
Here?
get a view on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about right here?
Works for me.
You sure?
Actually, the spot back works for me better.
You sure? I like that spot better.
I know you do.
So you come strolling out, kind of unsure about your footing. You know, you didn't move that fast, but you're moving very carefully, shuffling your feet. As you stop there, you're just like, fearful presence. So what does that do?
Save 12 or becomes afraid.
Okay, save 12 against what?
Mike, did this say?
12.
2 of the
Wisdom.
3
Wisdom?
are feared. The one that's about
He
to
does
chomp
not
people's
make it,
sword.
so he is frightened.
Now they're all feared.
These two were frightened. The one that had the goblin fed to it was not frightened. But apparently the paladin just went up and went, "Who's your daddy?" And it is now blinking, looking at him, going, "Don't eat me. I've lived this long from the snail. I'm not going to die to you people."
Are they frogs or?
They are giant frogs.
Okay. Or eat frog legs.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's your
Pre-seasoned
turn.
sludge water.
Yeah.
It could sell.
So it is the frog's turn. So 5,
Boing,
10,
boing, boing.
15, 20, 25, 30. And it goes swimming. Like you can tell where it is. It is deep water. It's easily flipping, kicking those frog legs, doing the frog swim. And this one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one, carefully, almost frightened, is going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then continuing on to do its dash, and then this continues on to do its dash. And they're basically hiding on the exact opposite end of the room they were at. Because they're afraid of going by the snail that they recognize. Because that eats frogs. And eggs. Anything that gets in front of it.
Used to.
Used to. Well, see, they
They still see
fear
the
it
shell,
as
right?
it's hiding in its shell right now, obviously. So then it's going to be our rogue's turn.
I'm going to stab at the eggs.
You're not going to swim up for air?
I'm pretty sure that the fraction of a second I've been underwater is fine.
Okay, just check. So go ahead and give me a stab with the eggs. It's a piercing weapon.
Can I do both at the same time?
You can do wheel if you would like.
Yes.
Ooh.
Those eggs are so dead.
You cut the egg in such a way that it severed the chain of eggs so they're not like floating up to the surface. So the ones that you did eviscerate just now with your daggers basically are floating up and they could be harvested as you guys are seeing little eggs coming bobbing up in this chain of about 20 of them. Little tadpoles swimming around inside them. Could be delicacy.
Could be boiled.
Better raw.
So
Okay.
barbaric.
So barbaric. So you're at the bottom of the water, stabbing into the darkness. There's cloudiness. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once I feel that need to breathe, then I'll surface.
Okay, go ahead and give me a Constitution save. 12 or higher. You got this.
How dark is it? The dark vision.
It's pitch black nasty. It's like the worst bottom of a lake with fish poop ever. And apparently she used to live in human sewers, so it's nothing.
That's right.
So you're doing good. You know, we'll just need a quick swim roll for you to swim out of that, torrential trench that you're in. Even the bugger couldn't stand up out of it. I mean, you could try to stand and then one hand you up with grill arms. Okay, so then it's going to be our wizard's turn. You're face first in 10 feet deep water. all you're feeling is this churning of this one going absolutely apeshit, and you're just feeling cold, nasty currents all around you.
And we can't see anything.
You can't see anything. Even with dark vision, this is nasty muck water.
Okay, so I am going to swim up.
Okay. Give me a quick athletic roll. You can make those stairs no problem, I'm sure, since the stairs actually go to the very base.
So that's a 17.
You easily swim forward, you feel a step, and you basically claw your way up and pull yourself right out of the water. And it's funny, now that you're here, you're seeing clean water trickling under the door in this little slow stream, and you're just like, your dirty, nasty, wet, blackish hands are being washed clean.
I'm going to start washing off then.
Okay, so he's basically bathing, trying to collect the water, and like, oh god, your spell book.
Oh no.
It's you're like, please don't run ink, please don't be stained black. As he's triaging his equipment. Okay, so Claire.
Yes.
Things work themselves out pretty well. You're still dry? Ish.
Well, at least.
So you see that the paladin is here okay with not falling over. You saw pretty much where you think the bugbear fell in the water face first. They're still churning in the water, but you saw the frog swim away. As he went, here, the paladin was like, "Who? This is Goblin Sparta!" Yes, the middle of the ziggurat has to be this like pit to nothing.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed. I had something planned, but now that they're no longer an issue.
Now is your chance to strike them when they're at their weakest.
You know, I thought about that, but...
I was almost going to cast sleep from the pit.
Yeah?
But then I acted
You
too
grab the ranger and just shove his head down. His eyes will be pleading with you as bubbles are coming around his little nose submerged. He's like drowning a child. It'll be easy.
I will grab the ranger, but
Okay.
we're going to go this way.
Okay, so you're picking him up and going this way?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, so that's as far as you're going? Okay,
Yes.
sure. I'll give you double takes to make you nervous.
No.
Okay. Okay, so top of the order. Frogs are hiding in their corner. We've got our ranger being held by the cleric.
Yeah.
Just got you by the scruff of the neck above the water, so you use your bow and arrow come up out of the water, all Rambo style. Far less intimidating when it's being pulled by the scruff.
Yeah, no.
Camera closes in, it looks like Rambo coming up out of the water, and then you realize the hand pulling it up.
At least on this round, I think I'm just gonna try to swim towards the stairs.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're just gonna like shrug her off and step here, and
I'm small, so I'm kind of naturally already just gonna treat this as swimming movement.
so go ahead and give me an athletics roll as you start treading water.
It's a 4 with a 1 on the die.
Let me move you back here. So he hits the water and he's starting to doggy paddle. It's his wolf clan. Hey, he's the wolf clan here. He starts to doggy paddle, but as soon as you get to hear there's like some weird undertow, probably her going ape shit with her daggers.
Yeah.
And you just like sense something with teeth just touched my foot.
Mm-hmm.
And you immediately have that panic where all of a sudden you see that little kid swimming.
I'm
and then
hearing
all
a
of a
cello
sudden there's
music
an
playing.
undertow, and it's like boom, as you just immediately start flaying, the water splashing like you're drowning.
Should have stayed with me.
I figured I was going to get nice stable footing. That was the plan.
Nice stable footing. Yeah, that's what it was. Stable footing. Okay, so Paladin, you're standing there. You feared them away. They are getting ready.
That's the other, like they're feared too.
Mm-hmm.
They're just...
Oh, they are going to disappear into the water in a second.
I will make my way around using one of my javelins to feel the ground in front of me.
So where are you going?
Let me go. I'll go straight ahead.
Okay, so you immediately reach back into your javelin
That dude.
quiver, pull out a javelin, and you start poking. Immediately, you realize you're at the edge of a very deep lip that probably goes down about more than your javelin distance.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been great if you would have taken one step forward. Fear me! So you realize that this block here is the edge. And this block here is the edge. So I'm pretty much going to say that's your turn because you're poking around going, oh shit, and you're continuing around to the edge with your walking stick javelin. Okay? But you know for sure that it's safe this way. Okay, so that brings us back around to the frogs who immediately disappear. They just churning water, they obviously are going down and hiding in the nice, safe, murky depths. Because that's the safest place for them right now. Okay, so Giggle Snort, you're underwater.
I am going to
You stop
get out
thrashing
of the water.
Bubble, bubble. Give me a athletics roll then. As you're all turned to battle.
7.
As immediately you're all turned around down there, and you kind of immediately start swimming, and you realize you're basically hit the bottom of the pool.
Nice.
Because all that wild thrashing you were doing, and you just realize you're wearing a lot of gear for a little tiny goblin. As you felt that current of your bugbear friend just walking out of the swimming pool without you.
In the mouse.
Bubble, bubble. There's a moment where you realize, mouse, the pocket's empty. The mouse is like, squeak, 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 squeak.
Cue even further frantic swimming.
As giant tadpole in egg is like attacking the eggshell to get to the little mouse. Because these tadpoles have teeth. Okay, so all you guys see is like a couple bubbles come up where Giggle Snort disappeared into the nasty murky water.
I'm going to, since I realized that I hit the bottom, I'm going to turn around and swim again.
You're going to try.
I'm going to try.
You're going to try. You're thinking, wow, these heavy daggers might be weighing. No, you already failed your roll. That was your skill check.
Okay.
So you've sunk to the bottom. How many coins do you have in your pockets?
Yeah, way too many.
Exactly. That must have been the problem. You realized my full coin pockets are holding me down. I have a weight belt.
I think it's worth dying over.
So Lizard, she's not come up yet.
I'll take this with me to Goblin Heaven.
You don't know what she may have stolen from you as you're bathing yourself.
With a heavy sigh, I'm going to take out, I'm already triaging my equipment. I'm going to take my hempen rope and start lowering it down into the water for her.
Fishing for goblins.
Okay,
Right.
so you're going to throw it in there. Give me I'll take either athletics or perception for your best guess of where you think she is.
I'm going to go with athletics.
And it's going to be a disadvantage. Okay. Because she's basically in the black soup.
Nope.
What'd you get?
I got a 6.
A 6. So you kind of like throw the rope out there and you think it's right where she is. You are pretty sure any second you're going to feel a tug on that rope and you just pull that little goblin fish out of the water.
Right? But it's not happening.
It's not happening. She like went this direction with her four. She's going further into the miasma of frog stuff. So, that brings us to our cleric, who tried to save a goblin, only to watch him splash in the water.
You didn't want to stay with me, so, you know. That's fair to that. So.
Okay. No mouth to mouth. I put up a mouth, and that's fair the dying.
So,
that mouth has been under that gross water.
Yeah, right. Had I noticed what the paladin was doing?
Paladin didn't say anything to anybody about that.
Okay.
He's just poking the water with his javelin. He's trying to kill a giant frog. Or he's that's it. He's gigging for a frog with his javelin.
Okay.
Which isn't unusual. We kind of live in swamps at times.
I think at this point I'm just gonna. I'm tired of walking. I'm just gonna swim.
Okay.
to the stairs.
You gonna go this way?
Yep. swim.
Okay. So you kind of like lay yourself down in the water, anticipating that you're going to fall. And correctly so, as soon as you kick off, you realize that the water just drops immediately in level. Okay, give me an athletics roll, because that's all it'll take to get to the first set of stairs.
You mother. A whole floor.
You're awesome.
I killed you all with a puddle of water.
That's not a puddle.
As you kip off, and you're just like, I'm just going to paddle through, immediately you're realizing your gear, because what armor are you wearing?
Oh shit.
What armor are you wearing?
Scale mail.
As immediately you're like, I can do this. I'm a triathlon. I'm divine, and I made
Wait a
it.
minute. How many of us are watching you? I can see you. Can I see you from the...
You can see her as you're cleaning. Do you want to use your thing? She only got a 4. You could add 4.
Yeah.
She's still below
It's
a
not
10.
reroll,
It's a +1 for friend watching, and the mouse doesn't count. Who, by the way, is at this point clinging to the wall.
I'm sure it was out of sight of me. You probably could have gotten safe.
And you immediately sploosh, because you realize you were bracing yourself, but you weren't bracing yourself for wearing scale mail in water. And all of a sudden you realize your mighty, powerful hobgoblin muscles are nothing compared to the pull of gravity and water together. As soon as your feet left the ledge there, you just sink like a rock. And like, you stick out the 5, 4, 3. Okay. Killed you all with water.
So this is how it ends, huh?
So Ranger, you've sunk down to the water.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics with disadvantage since you're in the dark, briny
I'm going to pop my inspiration.
Okay,
And-
good time for it. You only need 10. Just asking for 10.
Yeah, at disadvantage. The way we've been going. You know what the problem is? Is the basilisk pool.
Yeah, the basilisk is right there, and he's scaring you all. You're sinking like stones.
That's a 19.
You immediately burst from the surface.
Just for
only
curiosity.
like a goblin.
Oh.
Only like a goblin who's been in a winter frozen lake before can do. Burst through there. You immediately gasp in air and you paddle, and come right up the steps and shake yourself off right next to the wizard who's half clean at this point.
What's happening?
As he's got his little rope just like stained black in the water, just off into the water, ready to pull up the goblin at any moment.
Any moment.
Any moment.
Any moment now.
So Paladin, we clearly know that in front of you is danger. You've established that there's a sheer drop-off.
And I know there's a sheer drop off on the other way. Because I watched the bugbear go down it.
Yeah.
So I have a choice of going...
Y'all would kind of, I will give you that you have witnessed enough people fall off this ledge here. You kind of know that there's a secret ledge to this room. It's almost like this room was never meant supposed to be flooded with water. But then some asshole elves showed up and flooded the place.
Yeah. So I'm given the choice of going left or right through the water.
And what kind of armor are you in?
Chain.
And what's that do for stealth and athletics rolls?
I believe that puts me at disadvantage.
Yeah, it does. You do clearly see the bugbear over here with his rope in the water going,
Trying.
fishing for goblins.
I will stick the blunt end of the javelin down to try and find our missing goblin.
It's out of reach. You're like wafting the blunt end of your javelin in the water about 3-4 feet deep, and nothing seems to be motioning. Granted, on her turn, I'll give her not disadvantage, so she can roll a straight roll because there's all these helpful things in the water that she can grab onto and feel that this feels like polished wood that's made of a weapon that shouldn't be something down here, or it feels like grainy texture of rope flowing in the water. If she rolls a 10 or better.
It's a weird rope. Having been creating
You know that gnarled fibrous feel. Okay, so we got the paladin doing that thing, the wizard doing that thing, the frogs are doing their thing, and it brings us to the rope doing the rope thing.
Yeah, I'm not really doing a rope thing.
So
I'm mostly doing a drowning.
Give me a drowning athletics thing as you're groping around, 10 or better to find one of your friends. So which one did you find, the rope or the wood?
Odd, it's rope. So, you javelin.
So immediately you're thrashing about and you manage to pull yourself this direction. It's up. You figured up at least. And you grab and feel something pokey and you grab onto it for all your life and you panic, climb it, and immediately he's there holding the javelin as you're climbing up it and you realize there's water pouring from the bottom of your mouse pocket.
Oh, still!
And conveniently hidden from everyone's sight is the mouse.
So he looked the same, is what you're saying.
He's now a black mouse, clinging to the stinky, moldy wall. Okay, but you were out of the water.
Alright.
And you were panting and coughing and sputtering. And our wizard is sitting there with the rope looking at her get pulled out by the stick. Apparently, you need a fishing pole, not a fishing line.
He's actually looking down at his garments that were just redoused as his foot raises up to kick Aconite back into the pool.
You can oppose him in athletics.
And I slip and fall in myself.
Natural one. As you're just like, he was shaking off on all four, and you were just going to goose his ass and knock him back in. And immediately he got up and looked at you, and you just like, woo! And because of your rope, you kind of pulled on it for help. And thereby dousing the goblin again himself in slimy water.
But my spell book is up there near the
But
top.
it's nice, and thankfully you opened the old leathers and it's still in good shape.
Oh my god.
But now you're googly water.
We're leveling after tonight. I need prestidigitation is what I'm saying.
So what does our cleric do?
Double overlapping up
If
against
I weren't all the way in the water.
If you
Maybe
were,
that's a bit.
she can't see it because there's a pillar and she's underwater.
Oh, but
Maybe-
Yvonne can see it.
Maybe you're jumping in to rescue her. So give me an athletics roll as you've fallen down there and you're realizing, shit, I'm wearing armor in water.
Oh lordy.
Just wait for a javelin.
14. So you are paddling. You got as your hand breaks water, and you're just hearing splashing sounds everywhere echoing in this cavern. It is Splash-palooza. See, at this point, you should have threw your rope across and had them use the rope.
I'm still in his arms.
No, I mean, when they were here, you should use your rope here. Sink a piton into that. And
I was never there.
No, remember, she never had
No,
the
I'm
chance.
saying before people started falling.
Well, she was the first one to fall.
I was the first
Well, she was the second one to fall, technically.
You were the first one to fall.
No,
We fell simultaneously.
he's the first one to fall, and
She fell with.
she fell. She was his first, the person 1.5.
No, she'd be the second because she fell with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm only half.
She only fell by association.
So I'm treading water.
So you're treading water now. So that was good enough to get you over to the steps. You climb up the steps right where he was standing, and you see his rope laying on the steps there. Goblins sitting there now recovered in nasty water. You see black, icky nastiness dripping down while you're holding your blunted, burned out torch that's soaking wet.
Better track that.
I did already, okay?
Okay, so, Ranger, you're standing there with the cleric. You and the cleric have successfully made it across this road. You see beautiful, clean spring of water coming into the door.
Yeah, everyone else is out there.
All your friends are playing in the water.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking, I can just hold on to the rope.
Yeah, you can pick up the rope.
I'll grab the rope and hold on if anyone needs a tug. And
Okay.
I'll just sit there like that.
Speak.
So
The mighty steed.
yeah. So
Oh wait, was it one
You-
over?
Well, she did
Not in
distract
law.
the one end of your javelin.
So she is clinging on to you for dear life.
From the base.
So you got her by the end
Grip
of
the
your
whole
javelin.
thing.
goblin eyes. By the base.
And it's that circumstance would be fucking hilarious.
No, the slapping's not.
No, I mean,
It's hysterical.
Oh, okay.
If she wasn't such a
for
dirty
his
girl,
character, not him.
the fact that she's all the black goo is slowly receding, so you're seeing the blinking eyes and nasty skull coming down.
It being covered in nasty scum.
So it's like the swamp all over again.
So you got her by the javelin. I mean, you can walk around, fling her off, you know.
Big A.
Right.
This water's full of goblins.
Dirty goblins.
So this morning,
Look that sky.
They're dirty and they're dirty.
You can walk over here
Knocking
and throw her
everything
across.
See how you
okay,
are?
so I have a choice
Going
between
crazy.
going right or left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go left.
Okay. So you're going for inspiration, I see.
And I'm looking at about a 10-foot throw for the goblin.
Yeah. You can make that easy. Give me 10 in athletics to fling her across. Ew, this water's got goblins. Woo!
It's just water.
It's meant to cleanse.
Right.
Well, as many times as the cat throws up under the table.
11.
So he's got you at the end of his javelin and he flings you across. You land at the feet of the cleric. You're realizing, hey, I made it across. I didn't die. Are your legs big enough? No.
See, if I made a 9, I'd say squish the mouse with her.
Oh, splat! Squish, and there's now a red spray.
It's terrible. We're not friends anymore.
Until the next time you say it.
So it is your turn. You've hit with a bit of a thump, but no damage or anything. Your friend, the cleric, blocked your fall.
I scoop up Zill and run up to the corner
You look at
with the water, the clean water.
Well, you could just grab him and go to the water. So you and him can clean each other.
Yes,
That's
that's what I said,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, I thought you said you're getting water to clean.
No,
No,
I
no,
say
no,
scoop him
scoop,
up
scoop,
and
yep,
take
yep.
him to the water.
Mouse in the clean waters.
It's like
Mouse
a-
scrunchies.
Yeah, it's like
He's not a loofah.
So you guys, are you gonna try
That's
to
not
eventually
true.
jump the
We've
water?
seen you bathe.
Somebody taught me a rope.
And
Falling into
Bugbear,
a swamp is
would
not
you like to
bathing.
use the rope to roll with advantage?
Yes.
Since you threw it in the water after all? It's almost like you knew.
Oh my god. It's a 10.
It's a 10. That's
I
all it
took a
needs. It's
10.
10 or better. No, what'd you get? There's no taking 10 and 5.
I got 2 5s. I got 2 5s, so that means I got a
You got a
total of
dirty 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're waiting for the rope to be thrown
Yeah.
back to you. Okay, somebody gonna throw the rope to you.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a athletics or swim. I'm assuming you probably want to do athletics to jump it.
Yeah,
You got advantage for the rope as they pull as you jump.
I got it. 14.
Okay, as you just like, "Whoa!" Hey guys. As you're seeing just from the knees down at his boots are black.
But I don't. As
Can
one
we see
person-
it through the black in our eyes?
But not the blackness of
And
your
the
soul.
only thing I say is, we are so draining this place.
Yeah.
Fire. Cleanse it with fire.
Here's the one point I have. I'm the only person in the group that can't answer what the water tastes like.
Make
We
sure to
can
remind
fix
me,
that
like,
if you want to keep
everyone
talking.
give me a con 12 save except for the guy who did not put his face in the water. Who's almost immune to disease now.
Yeah, you're there.
Again, she's used to live in sewers.
I got it.
You got a 10.
20.
It's a bugbear. It's-
Yeah, I got an 18.
he's
Okay.
going,
8. The two of you are not feeling well after this.
Yeah.
You basically have the poison condition until you can take a long rest and get better. Or use a medicine check if you know somebody who has medicine.
No.
Gee, I wonder.
I'm just gonna look at you and blink.
Which means Just go over to that big pond, finger your throat.
Uh-oh.
Might want to wash your hands first, though.
Yeah, oh god.
She washes it in the dirty water, then goes
12.
and then gargles so you get the taste. 12?
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically medicined yourself that you're just like, okay, I need to give me a bromo with some salt, clean water, and hopefully I don't die of the shits. Oh, you're gonna medicine him too?
Oh my.
Sorry you're dead.
Alright, I'm feeling awesome.
Actually, no, that's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 or better.
Okay.
This is just swamp water.
Yeah.
Serious, you know. You guys realize, I wasn't kidding when I said this water was foul. So you guys realize brass doors look just like the ones over here, just needs a nice good humph to open up. You see that the water is clearly trickling through. It doesn't seem to be like water pressure trickling through. It's just like erosion of the stones, and it's slowly trickling through here in a steady stream. It should concern you that the water is flowing so freely in here. So who's going to harump the door?
Can we
It's
check
fine.
it for traps?
Not it.
You can check it for traps.
I'm concerned. But would Aconite know?
What? You do remember the thing over here that you
There's a certain aspect about okay, you have doors closed and water is trickling through.
10.
It doesn't seem like it's under pressure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does not seem like it seems like
it's not gonna be like
trickling under the door.
Open the door and we get locked right back into the water.
It is more the bathtub has been left running.
Yeah,
as
okay.
opposed
It's
to
leaking underneath the
the
door,
the
not.
sound of water.
Yeah.
So we can double team it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you rolled a 10 for your
Rolled
check
10,
traps.
yeah.
She whips out her tool, and it's funny because water's dribbling out of sections. And she chats and chats. She is pretty sure the door is safe. She is so sure the door is safe.
I didn't.
Heard that
Well, I was also checking the door.
Okay?
And I got an 18.
You got an 18. You confirm that she is correct, and the door seems safe. It seems safer than the walls and the
two experts
floor
have
and the
agreed.
mold here.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
So it
Unfortunately,
seems.
definitely was 19. So.
So the goblins are telling you. The goblins are saying the door is safe as they safely back away from it for you to open for them.
Sorry, they're big doors.
I can
We can't reach
assist,
it.
or we can.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just. I'm
Basically, give somebody gives the other person advantage.
I have a +5 on athletics.
I'll give him advantage.
Okay. You
Okay.
guys give each other the look like on 3 or whatever goblins say on 3.
So 21.
You guys get together, you push, and those doors creak, and you hear like brass grinding because, of course, there's some corrosion, blue-green corrosion, and the doors bust open. And you look, and you see about a 40-foot-long corridor that literally
Appears in front of you
Great
as if
job
drawn
here.
by
Magically.
That's a 5 of wood.
hands.
And you see there's clearly a slow-moving little stream going through this corridor. Oddly enough, there's none of that super nasty mold in it. It seems like spring fresh.
Which I've taken the time to clean myself off. So
Okay. So you've taken basically a short rest because that would take time. Pulling your pack
Which
out and
means I
pouring
can-
the water.
get
So
back.
what if rather than draining this, we clean up the pool and we charge admission to a water slide?
There we go.
The capitalist goblin.
I like the idea. Remind us to kill him in his sleep before I just walk goblins.
I do have a tendency to nurse a silent resentment of those that have wronged me.
So you're gonna nurse a resentment against your foot when they tried to push?
Yeah. I'm
Obviously,
gonna figure out a way to magically figure out how to get rid of my foot.
How dare you offend me? If my foot offends me, I shall cut it off.
Fireball on the foot.
Okay, so you guys are taking a long rest, cleaning yourselves up. The doors are open. You see it's got a little spring going here, and you're hearing the same kind of trickling down these steps down this hallway. And obviously, from the speed the water's moving, it must be coming down steps and then to you, and that's where it's picking up speed.
Can we take the time to fish out the egg?
Well, she cut the eggs loose from their tethers down there, so they're like floating around. You just reach over and pick them up.
During the short rest, we can pull those out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, you got a thing of about 12 frog eggs, which are basically just tadpoles and canteen sacks.
For civilized races, that's gross, but for goblin races,
that's ration food right there.
Right?
The eggs will just start to harden into a little leather, which will make them last longer.
Mm-hmm. Your fluid filling, so you get some hydration.
Mm-hmm. It's like those
they're
survival
gushers.
water balls, solid rations in gel form. Okay, so what you guys doing?
So the frogs are just still swimming.
Frogs scare the fuck away from you guys. They don't. The frogs really don't care about their eggs. I mean, they eat their eggs too, so it's natural frogs in nature.
When they have
It's not that
else to eat.
they're not like that awesome Amazon frog that hatches them out of her back and stuff.
Wow.
That's hardcore frog bomb. So you guys going up the hallway?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody doing any special perceptions or anything?
Yeah, I'm super good
You
at
just
this.
look at Aconite.
18.
18. You can clearly see down this little corridor here that it's just the only thing special about it's that little waterfall coming down. You guys go. You bravely go down the end of the hallway. So what order are you going to be at the next door? Because there's basically stairs that go up about 10-foot incline, so it's like pretty good steep stairs, like standard stairs. And you see a pair
I'm taking a nap apparently.
of brass doors up there, just like the ones you've seen previously. But these guys seem like
He can defend us all.
these doors seem kind of tweaked and bent. Like maybe somebody battered on the inside out to you guys. But the door frame seems definitely tweaked.
No, okay, so they look like they're battered off hinges, but not necessarily hit from this side.
Yeah, they're definitely hit from the opposite side. They're kind of warped and bent.
Yeah, I'm going to be behind the paladin.
Is it potentially water pressure?
You want to check? You want to investigate? Want to check for checks?
Yeah.
Sort of one.
I use.
Kind of.
I love how
Not
she's
really.
worried
Do
now.
I use
Investigate thieves' tools?
when I use thieves' tools, is it?
It includes your proficiency bonus.
Which is
So +2.
Plus Dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
okay, so that would be +6. 21.
Because of the sneaky little goblin. She already said what she said earlier. She starts taking her tools down. She's picking between the doors. And as soon as she pokes about her head level and pulls her tool back, a small stream of water starts steadily coming down. And after a few seconds turns into a little stream that's like shooting out just a half inch. Telling you, yes, there's at least 4 feet of water behind these doors.
But it's fresh water.
Yeah, it's super fresh, clean water.
We're all taking showers in the
At
little
what
stream.
point she tastes
open
it
the door.
because it's coming out?
I want to open the door. I want to be the one to open the door.
You clearly believe these brass doors
I
have
grab onto,
buckled
I hold onto the wall
because
when
there's
you
an
open.
exceptionally large amount of water behind them.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening here.
You want to put some of those pinions in the wall so we can at least have an elevated spot to hold on to
I
when they open the.
I'm gonna.
Well, yeah,
Put
you
your
got
mouse
the.
way up high.
right. Yeah.
She
Tie myself off.
She pitons up to the ceiling upside down. Okay, so where about are you anchoring yourself?
I think over here is probably
Okay.
the,
So you're
around
attaching
the
yourself to
corner,
the wall.
up high, like as high as you can reach.
Okay.
Flyer.
Okay, so you guys see her play with the door. The door now has a little drinking fountain spritz coming out of it.
All right, go ahead and open it.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do the same.
You can just connect to her
Yeah.
climbing kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just
Get her climbing kit.
Climbing kit's good for like up to 5 people.
All right, well then.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
So
again,
the
you
goblins-
say there's at least the water's at least 4 foot high, but I'm 4'1".
And remember, this is a 10-foot stairwell going up.
Yeah, this is going to be
Is there any
Potential.
pillars in here?
there's handles on the doors. I would think.
Rope.
You want to connect her? She's got her little climbing pitons. You can just tie to it.
Sure.
Tie ourselves together.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Not
guys.
all of us together.
Someone's got to open the door.
Tie yourself to the handle of the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good
So you
idea.
two brave guys are tying yourselves to the door.
Yep.
Okay. So one of you guys give me a climbing roll. It's athletics. See how good of a knot you guys are making.
Let me do it.
And which I'm assuming you'll be doing it for the group.
Yeah. What am I rolling again?
So it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You guys make like 30 knots on each one to tie it to each other and then tie it to there.
Okay,
So
so
it's athletics.
athletics.
Mm-hmm. You have advantage for the climbing kit.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can roll twice.
We don't even wait for him. She doesn't get the roll.
Well, she was doing it before any of you guys said anything. She's immediately whipping out her hand going ting, 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 ting.
What are they doing?
Ting, 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 ting.
All right.
So who's going to try to open the door?
Me with a dirty 20.
Oh, shit. Okay, you two working together tied to the handles. Look at each other and you get that first ka-thunk and it's stuck. But as soon as you start to do the second ka-tunk, because a dirty 20 is exactly what you needed for the jacked upness, immediately the doors fly open once you break that crust. I mean, there's just literally this half second crack and corrosion is just crumbling down. And the floor, chunks of corrosion just get shot out by water that comes out. And this wall of water, about 6 foot tall, both of you guys, slams into both of you.
We're up against the wall like this.
It's beautifully clean as it slams against the wall.
Everybody's cleaning up.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So, I won't even make you guys do the check because you guys are fine. Except, you are going to get battered around. So everybody takes 1 point of blunt damage as you basically are getting smacked around as these waves are hitting you for like a good 5 seconds. As thousands of gallons of water are blasting down here that if, say, someone wouldn't have been tied down and failed the deck save, they would have been washed all the way back to
Water
the water slide. Okay, and after about a good,
While this is going on, I'm thinking, wouldn't this be awesome, right?
as the goblins are just above the water line,
Yeah.
looking down with their harnesses on. As you guys see the water go and it recedes down to the small trickle like it was originally. So there's still more water coming, it's just this was a buildup of it. So you guys take time to cut your ropes. You basically crawl up and
Why
realize...
do we cut them? Why don't we just untie them?
You can do that.
I want to tie mine.
Uh-oh.
Take my rope
Try
with
it
me.
out.
Are they? You're getting old.
No, they just need some time capped. You know how that goes. So after you guys take a little bit of a break, you and connect yourselves from your survival line. You all cast elves for their nature magic. You guys, open the doors up the rest of the way softly. You come up into this room and you look around, and it's like incredibly waterlogged. It's not moldy. It's got a little bit of mildew, like just shower mildew build up. Go ahead and give me a perception as you check the room. So I look at the guy who's got the best perception, and the gal who's got the best perception.
Oh.
You wizard.
Dirty 20.
We got an 18.
2 dirty 20s.
That's a full map.
That's a full natural.
Well, it's a skill check. But still
So immediately, our cleric comes standing up here, and the goblin right behind you, because you guys are hanging out together. You guys both look at each other, and across the room the water's like receding to nothing but a trickle coming under this door. And you notice on this door, the trickle's coming on the sides of the door, so there's probably more water underneath it. But you guys are both noticing over here, there's some kind of secret door that more water than should be is running underneath it. So the wall is leaking an extra river of water that's draining out. And you guys pretty much, I'll say in tandem, go over there and touch it, and you manage to find out the right stone that pops the door open. And just taking a quick casual observation, you realize this secret door goes actually back to where you came from. That basically goes down curved stairs and connects and goes over here. There's a little, 4-foot collapse. That's why the water didn't travel that way, thank God. Because it might have flooded the whole complex at that point, but Right. So you guys know that there's a secret passage that goes back to the room the hallway right after the spiders.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know why that secret room is there, but there's a secret corridor that lets you bypass this whole thing. Almost like priests want to be able to pop up and go as they want in
Go
the
figure,
temple.
right?
Why is this here and with this big moat around it, only around 3 walls of this room?
Well, give me a history check. You never know. As a bugbear, you might know these things.
Is it religious?
Could be.
I don't have religion.
I'll take a history. You have intelligence.
Not with the 2.
And you're just like, hey, people must have done things up here while people were around the pit watching and cheering.
I'm just kind of thinking out loud too.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody gonna open this door up here?
Sure, why not?
Is this one, we've already opened it and it's draining?
You've already opened it and you realize there's a small secret corridor that goes back to where you guys started. And you're just like, oh, okay.
So we don't have to swim through the festering swamp on
Yeah.
the way. We have to backtrack.
That's true. That is a good bypass to bypass having to take a swim either way.
And the frogs.
And the frogs.
Alright, so we should go
Until
tie
we can
ourselves
drain.
off again.
And you guys are all nice and clean. This water was super fresh. I mean, it's like fresh rainwater. It's almost peculiar, you think, that fresh rainwater would be here.
Yeah.
Even
Would
that
that be
room
something
had...
would that be a nature check?
It
to sort
could
of figure
be.
out what's going on here? I mean, let's do the blue die. That.
Apparently not.
Nature is turned! Did you save it?
Oh. A 3?
There are
You're
clouds inside the dungeon.
Water! Water! This is water.
I'm still a little waterlogged and
In the wolf language, there are 15 forms of water. This is not yellow water.
Thank goodness.
I was trying to figure out. I was trying to maybe a more tactful version. Of that.
So you guys gonna work together to pull this next door open?
Sure.
I want to go tie myself back up.
Okay, so you can go back to your pitons in the wall there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and give me a.
Anyone else doing it?
Is
Oh, a pizza.
Or you could go stand in that secret
'Cause
corridor.
yeah. I'm gonna go to the corridor where.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense.
And nobody's gonna listen at the door or anything.
You want to check that door?
This door? Oh, it's not
the
open?
door they're about to
The
open.
I'll check it. I'll check it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
There's not even a water
There
behind that
is
door.
no water behind this door. Okay,
Drip,
so
drip.
she tells you everything is safe, and she goes running to tie herself back up. We know where her priorities are. Okay, so who's gonna, you guys are gonna work together to get the doors open?
Yeah.
Oh, you said you're going.
Yeah.
So are you doing?
You're going in the secret door,
I was gonna go back to
just past the collapsed
Going
wall.
there?
So
Yeah.
It looks like it's shaped to go that way. But you can stand in that hallway if you want.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking rush of water.
see, he's going right there
We put rope around ourselves again.
because he knows there's a collapse there that has kept everything south of this bone dry. So he knows he's safe there. Are we doing things?
Doing cat things.
21.
Dude, you don't even need much help. You just kind of pull and the doors flop open.
But we're up against
And-
the wall.
And a bit of water falls down. You realize that there's stairs going up. And it was only like 2-3 feet of water collected at the bottom. Just enough that caused enough pressure for it to build up in here. And when you pop it, the water just kind of like splooshes at your feet. And what's your passive perception, both of you?
10.
Bugbear don't see shit.
That is my wisdom.
That's your wisdom base.
10.
Okay, so the both of you open the doors, and you actually catch a whiff of fresh outdoor air, and you look in this room, and it is completely lit up like daylight. Of course, granted, time-wise, it is actually day again, because you guys took that last rest. And there's some daylight coming into the ceiling that you're seeing there. That there's like 4 columns that daylight is like bouncing inside these columns.
Really?
And there's a sound of like grass swirling and water lapping. Like almost like if you were outside a nice lake. And that's pretty much all you guys catch.
What is this lake you speak of?
As you two look at each other and you realize you should probably tell the rest of the chickens it's safe.
The call of my people.
So basically you guys tell them it's safe as there's just a small puddle of water in front of the door. And as soon as you guys rejoin them, you look and realize that there's...
That's not what we told them it was. It was a drought, a downpour.
Right.
It was torrential.
Yeah,
And you guys see that there's sunlight coming in the chamber up ahead.
So much worse.
And of course another flight of stairs up. Okay?
What about their passive perceptions?
Well, they aren't next to the door yet. Because as they're walking up to the door, that's a good place to wrap it up.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Why is there fresh water? Why is there sounds of a lapping lake? Why is there sunlight in the middle of the... Oh yeah, you're below the waterline now. I mean, above the waterline now.
We were expecting Aconite to tell us more.
I was, yeah. No,
Aconite, would you like to know more?
We'll just blame the ranger.
I do like the.
Brought us here so you can throw stuff. I see how it is.
The material component. One of the material components for the sphere spell is a white feather of a hen.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strock with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.
It's almost like Rangers need good use of the totem and the yacht, too.
Yeah. I was double checking. The ring doesn't look, at least from what I can find, the ring doesn't have a chance to poof into dust if you use the last charge.
Well, you probably don't want to use the last charge. Or have your magic man.
Yeah. But I don't know character. I know player wise, it's a dawn of the next day. It gains 1d3 charges.
But as ranger guy, you're like, Hurricane. That's not my bailiwick.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's a case of like, I'll probably realize that it's a little more charged when it is, but not.
It is yet to get piffle.
Yeah.
But one day it shall turn me into a beast. And I'll bring the basilisk out because it's just.
He's really just a pretty cat.
I guess that's one of those matter of perspectives again.
Hey, you just need a couple more levels, and then I can send you after a pack of basilisks.
It was watching over us. That's why we were just like failing skill
I
checks
grabbed
after
your
skill
dice.
check.
Thank you.
They say, did you forget your dice?